this is a question on mental health, what effect powerlifting has on my mental health, and some things that I do to stay mentally healthy. Sometimes, like, I'm not going to say training is my therapy, because like that's cliche and it's not what it is. If it is that, I don't think you should. Well, I'm not saying you shouldn't compete, but I'm not necessarily sure if it's like, if you need to compete, if training truly is your therapy, because then you wouldn't need to sign up for meets.
I'll say you shouldn't compete, because to compete you got to train at a much higher level.
Yeah.
Which means you have to be able to back down.
Yeah.
And if it's your therapy, you're never going to be able to back down. You're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't compete, then you never have to go that last 6-8 weeks.
Yeah.
Unless getting hurt is your therapy.
Well,
that could go into the whole thing, because it's like, if what does powerlifting do to keep me, or does powerlifting keep me mentally healthy? Fuck no. Like, God no. You know, like, whether it's like powerlifting is the cause of some of my issues, or I just powerlift because of some of my issues, but like, there's a reason I was a high school wrestler too. I have a scar on my forehead because I tried to headbutt through a concrete pillar and I wasn't able to succeed. That was me at 16, 17, I don't know. Like, there's always been something a little goofy. And I don't really think powerlifting is there to keep people mentally healthy. Like, if training or lifting or exercising or whatever is some type of therapy for you, great. And if it does keep you mentally healthy, you should do it, because it's all about finding, like, one of my friends who's actually studying to be a clinical psychiatrist. I don't know. I don't remember. They're all about finding manageable and beneficial coping skills. Like, if powerlifting does that for you, great. But then there's a fine line, because if you're pushing too hard, if you're towing the line between what is good for you and what is too much, whether you're going to get hurt or you're like ruining other relationships or taking away from your life, it's like, is this necessarily good for your mental health? No, you know, like, and that's where I'm at. Like, this isn't exactly the greatest thing for me. I will gladly admit that, but it's because I want to compete. I want to be the best in the world, and it's not my therapy. It's not my happy place. It's just it's training is what I need to do to be who I want to be. And that's why I do it every day. And yes, there are great moments in here. Like, I've had awesome times in the gym. Like, I honestly, it's where I've met all of my friends in Columbus. Like, this is it. There are great moments in here, and I love spending time in the gym. There's no other place I'd rather be most of the time. But then there are terrible times. I've put dents in lockers. I've punched walls. I've thrown stuff. Like, how many times have you seen on my Instagram when I chuck my mouth guard like across the room? Like, it's good and bad. It's give and take. Like, there's a good amount of therapy from it, and then there's too much. And if you are truly a competitor, you're probably going to be in that too much range, you know. And other things that keep me mentally healthy, like talking about this. Like, everybody loves talking about their feelings now, but there's still a huge stigma with, like, people just sucking it up and like, don't be a pussy, you know, like, just everybody's life is hard, get through it. And it's like, yeah, but you can't really rate trauma. You can't really rate how a person reacts to something, just because we're all different. And yeah, like, the situation is defined by how you react to it. But if you're having an issue, if you're having trouble with it, talk about it. Talk to a friend, talk to a girlfriend, talk to a random person that you see at a bar, you know. Like, honestly, just talking about stuff and putting it out there is beneficial. Like, every time I was sort of alluding to it earlier before we even started rolling. Like, I don't read the stuff that I write. I can't read the stuff that I write because I get into my head too much. But every time I click publish, or I click post, or whatever I'm doing, I'm honestly terrified. It scares the fuck out of me. But it's cathartic. It's putting those thoughts on paper, on like into a hard copy, and just putting it out there. And it's doing that rather than keeping it in and like letting it just fester there. It's a lot more beneficial to me than doing that. So yeah, and then I get a bunch of messages from people thanking me for doing so, because they weren't able to, or that showed them that it's okay to do that, and it is okay to do that. So that's why I always do that too.
Any thoughts on it, Dave?
I
Maybe how it's maybe for you.
mean, I've dealt with my own issues, for 50 years, but I've come to the conclusion without adversity, there's no prosperity. And I'm a person that nothing has ever been easy. Nothing. I can't point to a single thing that's ever been easy. And I've had many days where I didn't want to get up out of bed, the same way as everybody else. But I still do. It might be an hour later than what it was supposed to, but I still do, because you got to get shit done. I think that, sometimes people overwhelm themselves with trying to do too many things when they're in a funk state. When you're in a funk state, just get the fuck up. Then you take it one chip at a time. Whereas on a normal day, you may have 3 or 4 things that you want to get done. But, I'm not a professional social worker, psychologist, counselor, or anything like that. But I know meatheads pretty well, and it kind of goes around with the meathead. So a lot of people get into individual strength sports because, as I like to say, they got a screw loose, but that's not in a negative way. It just is what it is, and the more you've dealt with it, the more you've been around it, the more you can see it. And I'm speaking more from an older perspective. So the more I can see it in other people, I'm probably really good at hiding it, far better than my wife. I got people that can't see. But when you can see it in other people, when it's bullshit, when it's fake, when you got to pull them. Because this shit, I'm going to bring it back to training. This shit all impacts training in a major fucking way. So if somebody comes in and you can tell by the way they're walking around, their nonverbals, is it completely different than what they usually are? If they're normally walking around a pissed off prick and then they walk in and they're real happy, there's a fucking problem. And you got to figure out what that is, especially if they plan on putting a lot of weight on their body. And it could be just as simple as letting them rant, letting them vent. It's out of their system. You can see that their shoulder positions change, their nonverbals change, their facial expressions change, they're ready to go. Other times you'll see none of those things do change. And then, strategically, it's like, okay, how do we talk this person out of, doing something really fucking stupid, but understanding that maybe they need to do something really stupid to deal with what's going on in their head, and knowing the difference.
And that's towing the line between like what is beneficial and what's fucking dumb.
And that's like where is the meat? That for me, it's where's the meat at?
Yeah, it's and you don't know where the line is until you find it. And, and you're gonna find it if you do it long enough.
So your bench example, and that wasn't a mental example.
Press it straight with that right side.
Yeah, his scap's all fucked up.
I mean, your last was tight when I smacked him, but
It's a scapula.
Yeah, he was having issues last week on a fucking Swiss bar, or football bar, whatever it was.
Well, that wasn't a mental example, but your bench example of using 315.
No, it was. It absolutely was. It's
Well,
just I haven't told you about it. Like, there's shit going on.
All right, so there's shit going on.
Yeah.
But had that been 4 weeks out, I would have been busting his balls like, look, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I thought you were a real lifter. I thought you cared about this shit. I would find a way to get him into an aggressive state. So it's a different state. Like, aggression is good. I wrote an article, aggression is good if used right. I don't want to get him into a pissed off state, where he's not thinking about what he's doing, but I want to get him in a state like, fuck you, I'll show you. Mm-hmm. And then he, but that's 4 or 5 weeks out. That's worth the risk of what's going to happen if the tightness stays there. 12 weeks out, dude, is no, bring that fucking shit down, chill out. So it's, again, we went off on a little bit different of a tangent, but, You know, it's kind of speaking meathead. You know, and when you are coaching people, and this is not just powerlifting, but I guess any sport, man, you got to be aware of their nonverbals. You got to be aware of their normal behavior. You need to know what's going on so you can spot that shit.
You mean you actually have to have a relationship with your athletes? Holy fuck. Whoa.
Yeah. That's a good point. And I don't hear, you know what, here's the fucked up thing with that. I don't write their programs. There's like 5 people in here, I write their programs.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking see the program. Everything I do is based upon that, you know, is the relationship and the nonverbals. And that is probably, I think as we said before, it's probably more important than the program. I mean, the programs can be a complete train wreck, but assuming all things are equal with programming, that's more important.
I agree 100%, just because there's, how many times have I gotten DMs, how many times have you gotten DMs where it's like, what program should I do? What should I do? Like, what's a good program? Where can I find it? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, honestly, you could run whatever you want if you have fun doing it and it's oriented towards progression. And if you are in a good environment, you are gonna go forever. You know, like that's why that, and people that nothing against some of my clients that have asked me this. Nothing against like the people that I know in my real life that have asked me like, dude, why do you drive like 45 minutes to train at Elite? Like, God, like, don't you want to? And you spend like 3, 4, 5 hours out there every weekend. Like, you don't do anything on the weekends. Like, man, that's fucking crazy. And it's like, because it's this environment. Like, you don't do my programming. Dave's never coached me, but he's coached me because I'm here, and we have a relationship. Like he sees when things are fucked up, and it's having that relationship and being able to explain it or like to present it to the person that is experiencing that, and getting them to either back off or push through it, just depending on when it is.
Yeah, I see what everybody's doing in here, and the higher level they're competing at, the more I see them, even though they don't know that I'm seeing them. Because on the flip side of this whole thing, you know, he could walk in, or Ted or G or any of them could walk in ready to fucking tear a hole through the wall, but in a good way. Like from a training, they are fucking, you can tell immediately when they come in, they're ready to fucking train. The last thing you need is some dickhead fucking waving ammonia under their nose, smacking them in the face, trying to get them all fired up. They're already there. So I need to tell people, leave him the fuck alone. You know, back off, just let him do what he's supposed to do. Even if the weight's really, really big weight, just shut the fuck up. He's got this. You know, because then you're gonna be in an over-aroused state and get fucked up. And this is, we can just keep going. I guess just,
Well, I really liked how you were talking about like the individual strength sports, and it's not even individual strength sports, it's individual sports in general. Because I wrestled in high school and college, like that was always my approach to it. Like that, I really think that's why people, even if they don't know that's why people gravitate to stuff like this, because it's like this beautiful combination of like self-hating narcissism, because like if you win, all that success is yours. You did it. Like you have a coach, you have a team, whatever, but you're the motherfucker that lifted that weight. If you lose, it's all on you. You suck, you're shit, you're a trash human, like you're not worth the fucking air you're breathing, you know? And it's that weird mentality, that weird juxtaposition that just people, like the people that have that, find this stuff. And that's why everybody's like, man, why are there such like lunatics in powerlifting? It's because it fucking calls to us.
Yeah.
You know?
The only thing I would add there is a good coach, if you fuck up, is going to find a way to pull it off of you. So it's no longer your deal.
Yeah.
It's their deal.
Yep.
They fucked it up that way because you still got to do the next meet.
Yeah.
You know, you can't self-destruct, even though you still will.
Yeah.
You know, no matter
but just
what's being
to a
said,
lesser degree. Yeah.
Yeah, to a little bit lesser degree makes a big difference.
Yeah. And that I posted something about, I think it was on my story or whatever, but like, I don't know who said it, but somebody said it. I'm stealing this quote, but it's when an athlete succeeds, it's their success. They won. They did it. When an athlete loses, it's your fault. It's your responsibility. That's being a good coach. And I mean, like the best athletes out there, like if I bombed out of my next meet and Brandon was like, "Oh man, I could have done something more. I'm so sorry," or if you said like, "Oh, I fucked up. I tore my hamstring like 4 weeks out from the Open." If you looked at me, like if I was super upset and you looked at me and was like, "I should have called it. I should have told you not to do it." It's the best athletes out there. They're gonna be like, "No, that was me. I did that. Like that's on me." It's never like a blame game, but it's just having the consciousness and like the state of the sense of self and like that it goes back to ownership again, like being able to be like, no, that was on me. Like I'm your coach, I take that responsibility, or I'm just your coach. You did that. You put the work in. That's you. Like that's all you. Congratulations, type thing.
That's another one of those coaching examples with the hamstring too. Is, you know, you got to, I mean, 4 weeks out, a hamstring issue, and you're like, you know, and their mind is like, I'm fucked, you know, I'm fucked. And it's like, no, you're not fucked just yet. You know, see how it goes. Get therapy done, see how it goes. If it was really, really fucked, then I would have said, you know, it's probably not the best idea to do this meet. He still would have done it. But at least, you know, been able to voice that. But I knew it wasn't that bad. It was, in his mind, it was bad. But if it was really bad, he would have ended up on the floor with the bar and behind the, you know, it could have been way worse. It can always be worse. But, you know, that's again, kind of knowing that and then dealing with the mental aspect. But you're a little bit different because you use it as fuel. So you got to kind of watch what you say so you don't get them too riled up so they go too heavy. Because he'll be like, fuck it, I'll find out if it's really tore or not. You know, next time I'm putting more weight, I'll fucking find out. And it's like, no.
That's like I people think I'm joking when I tell them like when I start a squat, I think about both of my quad tendons rupturing. Like every time, every rep, it's like this is the one. It's gonna happen. And I don't know whether that's like mentally healthy or like just getting me into like a fight or flight mode, but it always pops in my head. So
Works.
I don't know. It's fucked up.
Dave said that about when you tore his pec.
I tore my pec, that's the only way
Yeah,
I could come back.
remember. Yeah.
You know, then I fucked myself because it stopped working. So like, fuck, it's like, it ain't gonna tear. I'm like, oh man. But then you just find another way.